What's going on, YouTube?
I'm just kidding. It's Ethan, back with another PvP guide on Zero Dam. If you haven't seen my first video, I highly recommend you click on the link in the description and check it out for yourself. I go over the spawns and PvP routes from the whole left side of the map. It's very knowledgeable and it's very, very good. I highly recommend you go check it out. But anyways, today we're going to go over the right side and going to add in some bonus jumps as well for you guys to use in game. So let's hop right into it. Okay, here's the first spot. Unfortunately, with this spot, you do need Viren to complete. All the other jump spots I'm going to show you after this, you do not need Viren. This is the only one. So in order for this jump spot to work, you do need Viren. You're going to run towards the west side of admin here, and you're going to run up these stairs. As soon as you get to the top, you're going to create a little space before you start walking down the stairs so you can get a running jump. You're going to run, you're going to jump, and you're going to boost onto this ledge. So let's check it out. After you make it onto this ledge here, you're going to stick onto the ledge. All you're going to have to do is just walk forward. After you walk forward, you're going to be able to see the whole construction site, the whole right side. Unfortunately, if you're ADSing, you can't lean to the right and look left, but you can hit your lean key, lean right, and as long as you're not ADSing down the site, you can still see the left side of the map just to get info. So that's jump spot number 1. Okay, moving on to spot number 2. We're still on the west side of admin. We're on the same set of stairs that we used to complete the Viren jump. But now we're going to run through this door right in front of us where the lift is on the left. We're going to run through the door and we're going to make sure we close that door. Otherwise, this spot kind of defeats itself. Okay, so after you go through the door, do yourself a favor and close it. Okay, with this angle, if the door's not closed, I'm not sure how it looks from the front side, but I'm pretty sure your body's going to be more exposed than with it being closed. Okay, so after you get through the door, there's this silver little ledge here that you can see. There's an invisible barrier on top of it. All you're going to do is run up to it and jump on it. And you're going to walk towards the right until you're able to lean outside that little square box on top of the door. Okay. Most squads are not going to look for this spot. Most people that play this game constantly know that there's no barrier or anything for you to hop onto to peek out this window. Until this spot gets discovered from the community, most people are not going to look for it. So I highly recommend you use it now while you can before people discover this. So let's take a look. Ledge right here. Boom. That's it. Super simple. You don't need Viren. This spot is nasty. Okay, I've shown you 2 jump spots in admin now that you can use for PvP. Now we're in the barracks side of the map. I'm in the second story of this red crate building. But first, before we get into this jump spot, I do want to shout out GREASY. I did see that he's shown me this spot. It's freaking nasty. It's probably one of my favorite spots in the game. I'm surprised more people don't use it. So in order to get into this spot, you need to be on the second story of this red crate building. You're going to go outside, jump on the green crate, mantle on top of the tarp, and there's an AC unit on the side of the building. All you're going to do is mantle on top of that, and you're going to be able to see basically all of Barracks. This spot is nasty. I hope you guys enjoy this spot. I hope you guys use it and keep looting, scooting, and shooting. Let's take a look. Boom, look at that, guys. It's super, super simple. You don't need Viren for this jump. You can use any operator. This spot is disgusting. I hope you guys use this. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do use it and you do enjoy it, please comment the comments down below. Let me know how you like it. Let me know how you like all the jump spots. If you want to see more, let me know. I'm here for you guys. And let's get into the next jump spot. Okay, we're here in the third and final jump spot. This is in the back left corner of Barracks near the tent side. You're going to locate this stack of 3 boxes on top of each other. The first box, there's a little invisible barrier just like how there was in admin. So you're going to go up in front of the box. You're going to jump onto the invisible barrier. And then this white crate on the left side, you can mantle on top of it. You can see all of wall breaker side. You can see all of admin, construction side, anyone coming up the back side of Barracks. You can see all of cement side. You can see the cement kick door side. You can see basically the whole outside of the map from Barracks here. I hope you guys enjoy this spot, especially if you guys are snipers and you guys enjoy running those marksman rifles. This spot's nasty. Most of the time people aren't even going to be looking up here, especially if you lay down with the sniper. You're almost invisible. I hope you guys enjoy this spot. Let's check it out. So as you can see, we made it on top of the white crate here. I can see all of admin here. You can lay down and still see over the barbed wire. Like I said, if you're a sniper or you have a marksman rifle or any AR really that has decent amount of accuracy, you're going to be able to beam from this spot. I hope you guys enjoy this. Now let's get into the spawns. All right, so now that we went over the jump spots, I'm going to go over the spawns on the right side of the map. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you haven't seen my first video, I cover the whole left side of the spawns in PvP. I highly recommend you check that out. But now we're going to go over the right side here, okay? So we got a spawn here on the left side of this little AI camp. There's a spawn right here behind this AI camp. A spawn right here behind visitor. There's a spawn in front of visitor. There's a spawn on the cliffside here. And there's a spawn in front of this little checkpoint. Okay. So first we're going to go over this spawn. Just off the left side of mini sub. You got major sub. You got this AI camp. Okay. So the only spawn that is close to you is this one right here in front of visitor. Okay. That is your only threat when you spawn here. Okay. So I highly recommend when you get this spawn, remember this is not a loot video. This is not a loot guide, okay? A loot guide, obviously you're going to run down to mini or sub and hit this big crate or hit this flight crate. Okay, this is a PvP guide. Instead of going to loot those, we're going to go and engage in combat here, okay? So the next time you get this spawn, you're going to travel back. You're not going to go down towards major. You're going to travel the backside. There's this cliff here. You can lay on this rock and you can see anyone that spawns here coming down through this way, or they're going down this little path here. And you can see if these guys decided to go into visitor or if they came down this little ravine here. You have both of these on lockdown, okay? There is no threat that is near you for you to worry about your backside. Okay, all you're going to worry about is these 2 spawns right here, okay? I'm going to show you a little clip on what I'm talking about, and we'll move on to the next spawn. Okay, once you spawn into the map, and you do get this spawn, this is the angle that I'm talking about. Obviously, if you want loot, you're going to run down and go loot major and mini, but this is not a loot guide. Okay, so instead of running down that way, you're going to make a U-turn, and you're going to go to this rock and lay down, and make sure anyone that spawned over there isn't running and trying to shoot you from your back. We're going to eliminate those threats first before we move on. And like I said, you don't have to use these angles. You can find different angles for yourself. I'm just trying to give you a more in-depth PvP guide on how to become more successful in raid and start watching your cash go up instead of down. So let's take a look. Boom. This is the first spawn I'm talking about. They're going to spawn right on the right side behind this rock here. Sometimes you'll catch a whole team coming down this pathway here. They'll either come to this AI camp on the left side, or they'll go down that little valley behind the left rock over there. Okay. And there's also that little ravine on your right as well that you need to look out for. But you do have three people in your squad, so you can obviously cut down those two angles now that you don't have to worry about your back because there's no one that spawned over there. Okay, moving on to the next spawn here. We're going to start with this one behind VC. Okay, obviously we have a little bit more spawns that are next to us now. Okay, we have a little bit more threat that we need to worry about. But I mean, most of the time, these guys that spawn here, they're not going to push back. Every now and then you might catch someone pushing up this hill or trying to come back to cut you off. But it's not likely, okay? So in all reality, don't even worry about this, okay? If they do push up, try and react to it. Other than that, don't even worry about that. Most people are not going to push back, okay? So once you get this spawn here, your only threat you're going to worry about is this one right here in front of VC, okay? Not always, or not every time, they're going to spawn here. Sometimes they'll spawn here, or on the cliffside, okay? There will be at least one team that is within a vicinity of where you spawn over here, okay? Most of the time, they're going to spawn here or this cliff. So, in order to minimize that and cut that down, once you get this spawn, instead of going into VC or going off to the left side and going to loot, you're going to send two people down this right lane here, okay? Sometimes you can catch people trying to go into this front side door, or if they're late to the spawn or they spawn in late, you can see them crossing just to get up to the second story, okay? So I'm going to play this clip to show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll move on to this next spawn over here in front of VC. Okay, so I'm spawned in right behind VC here. Now I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about by peeking this right side of the building and trying to eliminate the threat that is closest to you. So here it is. Boom, right here. You're already running this way anyways, so you might as well take a peek just to see if you can see if there's a threat there, or they may be in the building already. So what you do is you already on the right side here, you can see the little gap right here in front of the little bus and the ticket office on the right side. You can see people running or crossing from there that are just spawning in, or sometimes you'll see a team come down this bus side and try and enter into those doors on the left side, okay? So that's the number one thing that I do when I get this spawn. Let me know if you guys like it. There's not really much you can do from this spawn, as there's not really many players that do spawn near you. So now let's get into the next spawn right in front of VC. Okay, now we're in the spawn in front of VC. This is basically the same exact strat as the last clip I just showed you. Like I said, there's not really many spawns that are near you in Visitor Center here except this one and the one on front of Cliff over here. Most of the time, the guys who spawn on Cliffside are going to go down this zip line. Every now and then, you'll catch players coming down this hill to try to beam you from getting into the second story of Visitor Center here. But I wouldn't worry about these kids. The threat you need to worry about is the backside of Visitor Center. So with this spawn here in front, it's basically the same exact strat, just a tad different. So let's play the clip so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I got the spawn right in front of VC here. So like I said, the only threat you need to worry about is the spawn on the left side of me right now. Don't worry about the guys on the cliff. We'll go over that later. So once you get this spawn, you're going to send two people down the left lane here near the bus, okay? As soon as you send two people down that lane, you're going to ADS and you're going to see anyone who crosses from that back spawn into the VC parking lot in the backside, okay? And then after you send those 2 people down that lane, 1 person goes in through the first story of Visitor Center. So let's play the first clip so I can show you where you're going to be aiming at to look for these players that spawn back there. Okay, on the left side here, and boom. Right here is what I'm talking about. That entrance is the same entrance that those guys that spawn back there are going to have to run into in order to get into VC. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a great way to be able to get knowledge to know if enemy players are coming inside VC or not. You can either hold your fire and wait to get a better shot, or engage as soon as you see your target. Okay, so after you sent those 2 people, they're going to get info to see if players are actually coming into VC or not. If they engage, you can either run through this first story here and engage with them outside the left-hand door, or you can push near the ticket office or the right side door here if they are trying to come inside to run away from your teammates. Most of the time, if they do run inside, they're not expecting another player to be there, as they were just getting shot from outside. So this is one of my favorite strats to do when I do get this spawn. If you guys like it, feel free to comment below. If you have any other spawns that you want me to go over, or any other guides or more in-depth knowledge on PvP and gunfighting, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Let's play the rest of the video. So while your team is running on the left side, you're just running into the front side here, okay? Like I said, if your team does engage in combat, you have these doors on your left side to go out and help. If they don't engage in combat and they do see players, you can get the advantage before they kick the door out in the back side over here, and basically have a free open shot of a knock, or a down, or a wipe. Okay, we're on the last spawn here on the Cliffside. And like I said, if you do get this spawn, there is no visible threat to you, okay? The only threats that you have are these guys at VC, these guys that spawn here, these guys that spawn here, okay? You have a height advantage on all of these guys that spawn over here, okay? So you have 3 different options that you can use with this spawn. Obviously, if you're going to go for loot, you can go upside the top side here, go down the zip lines and get into admin quick. Your just only worry is going to be these guys right here that are going through parking lot, okay? But this is a PvP guide. I can do a loot video if you guys want me to. If you do want me to, comment down below and I will start working on that immediately, okay? So we're going to get into the PvP guide. There's really 2 different PvP styles that you can do with this spawn here. So you can either, once you get this spawn, you can either go down the cliffside here and see if these guys are coming down towards the camp back here, the checkpoint. Or you can catch these guys, like I said in the previous clip, trying to hop up on the second story here and getting inside the VC. You can come down this cliff and see all of that second story, okay? So let's play the clip so I can show you what I'm talking about from this spawn going down the cliffside here. So I got this spawn over here on the cliffside now. Now what I'm doing is I'm pushing down this cliff here to see if anyone from VC is coming up to the second story on the hop up, or I'm looking on the right side to see if anyone is leaving VC, or anyone that spawned over there is coming up the cliff or coming down to the checkpoint. So this is what I'm talking about. Here it is. Kill that bot real quick. Boom, right here. You can see anyone going inside the second story. If they break the glass, if the glass is broken, then you obviously know someone is inside VC. If the glass is not broken, they could have went in through the first story, or maybe they just didn't spawn there. And now we have your other option, which is the right side of the map on VC. There is that spawn down there on the road, and there's a spawn all the way on the back side of VC. If they're leaving VC, you can see that whole side of the hill right here. Depending on how your pace of play is as a squad or a player, if you guys like to play slow or fast, you can see kids coming down this hill here. You can see kids that spawned over there if they're coming up the road or if they're going down towards the checkpoint side. And that's pretty much it for this Cliffside spawn. I'm going to give you one more spawn and one more strategy that I like to use with my squad on this spawn. So let's check it out. Okay, this is the last spawn of the video that I'm talking about here. Obviously, you spawn on the cliff. All you're going to do is go down these zip lines here, and you're going to stare at these blue barrels right in front of me, okay? You can mantle on top of this metal thing. You can get on top of it, and you can see the whole side of this map where people do spawn. So like I said, there's that spawn on the left side of the road there, and then there's a spawn on the bottom right side of the people going towards parking lot. This spawn is basically for anyone that spawned in VC. I recommend keeping someone up top on the cliff just so you guys don't get flanked, and send 2 people down this way. You're going to mantle on top of this metal barrier here, and you're going to be able to see anyone that is crossing from VC or that spawned on the backside by the road over there that is trying to get in this checkpoint, or they're trying to hurry up and get into major sub. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Boom. So those guys that spawn over here on the road, most of the time they're going to go down towards the camp. They can either take this ravine. Now you have all this open space to beam them, especially if they have a sniper. Or you'll have these kids from VC trying to come down and loot this checkpoint area. Anyone that comes up here, you have full visibility of. And if this team decided to go push back to try and attack these guys that spawned over here from the parking lot side, you have a full visibility of this all down here too. So this is the last spawn of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this PvP guide. If you guys want to see other maps, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see a loot guide on this map on easy or normal, feel free to let me know, guys. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to make some Delta content, and I'm here to try and help you guys become better Delta Force players. If you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you guys like the video. And if not, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.